Hello everyone. This video will demonstrate a bot lens loading and injecting technique. So here is the lens. We have to wet it with BSS initially so that it removes all the deposits that are there on the lens, because the lens is ETO'd and the residual gas might be there on the surface of the lens. Next, I prefer to coat the lens with some viscoelastic, which prevents the haptics from getting stuck to the optic after injecting. Then the cartridge is filled with viscoelastic, as you just saw. Then with the help of these special forceps, the lens is held at the haptic optic junction in this manner. First step is folding of the leading haptic. Now it is important not to over push the IOL into the cartridge, otherwise the fold that has been put on the leading haptic gets unfolded, as I will show in this video. So here I have pushed the IOL more inside and the leading haptic got unfolded. So do not over push the IOL into the cartridge initially and slowly tuck the trailing haptic in. This ensures that there are no straight haptics during insertion of the IOL. Next, the IOL has to be pushed so that it crosses this vertical mark, beyond which it will not come back into the wider end of the cartridge. Fitting the cartridge into the injector is pretty easy, and then pushing it with the help of the plunger is also not very difficult. Then the tip of the cartridge has to engage the tunnel in such a manner that a little bit portion of the cartridge is visible inside the tunnel. It is very essential to have this engagement in a proper way, because if not for this engagement, the IOL will open inside the tunnel and it becomes a very difficult scenario. The initial angle at which the IOL should enter the tunnel. Now this is the video is stopped at the entry of the IOL. Here the angle is towards the cornea, and as soon as it passes through, the angle is suddenly changed so that it is directed below the rexis. So that small step helps to prevent disengagement. I prefer to have a second instrument over the IOL to prevent the IOL reversal. Now comes disengagement of the trailing haptic. This is bit tricky. Here the trick is to allow the IOL to unfold the trailing haptic by itself without withdrawal of the plunger. So this is an action replay for allowing the trailing haptic to unfold. That's how it gets unfolded, and then you can withdraw the plunger safely and tuck the haptic below the rexis margin. So here is another abort lens. So the same steps are repeated. Wash with BSS, put viscoelastic, hold with special forceps at haptic optic junction. Take care while folding the leading haptic. Do not over push the IOL in the cartridge. Slowly tuck the trailing haptic. Push it behind the mark. Properly engage the lip of the tunnel with the help of the cartridge so that there is no disengagement. And when the IOL transverses the tunnel, try to be extra careful, because initially it will take some resistance for the IOL to enter and disengagement chances are high. Then change the angle, direct the IOL below the rexis margin, and do not be in a hurry to withdraw the plunger. Allow the trailing haptic to unfold itself and then withdraw the plunger. So this is the technique which I follow for a bot injection. I thank you for your attention in watching this video.